Okay, we will start our Dhamma discussion by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay. We will continue to talk about the miracles and the Buddhasāsana, part 4. Okay. This is the last part of this talk. Then, last time I have already explained the 3 miracles. Okay, 80 Patihāriyas. What is the 80 Patihāriyas? And also Adesana Patihāriya, the mind radiance. Okay, what is Adesana Patihāriya? The Anusasani Patihāriya, the miracles or the Buddha's instruction, step by step. So now the Buddha refers the miracles or instructions. Need to teach, need to learn the miracles or the Buddha's instructions, Anusasani Patihāriya. That can also last for long times. Okay? Then when they practice the miracles or the Buddha's instructions, they can also escape from all sufferings. They can realize Nibbana. The other miracles are not so useful compared to Anusasani Patihāriya, the miracles or instructions. That's why the Buddha encouraged his disciples to follow Anusasani Patihāriya. Then, after explanations of these 3 Patihāriyas, miracles, the Buddha continued to talk about this Kevata Sutta, about Buddha Nirodesaka Bhikkhu. Buddha Nirodesaka means a bhikkhu who is searching for the cessation of 4 elements. One upon a times, okay, there was one bhikkhu among the bhikkhu sangha. He has one thought where the 4 elements cease completely without remainder. As you know, the 4 elements are Prathavi Dhatu, Abo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayo Dhatu, earth element, water element, fire element, and air element. Okay? Then he was searching for, or he had a thinking to search for the cessation of 4 elements. Then he has the psychic powers, 80 Patihāriya. He also has Adesana Patihāriya, reading others' mind. Okay? Because of this supernatural power, then he can go anywhere. He can go anywhere. So now he used his psychic power, supernatural powers, to go to find the cessation, the place where there's the cessation of 4 elements. So first, he entered into the 4th jhana's concentration. Based on this 4th jhana's concentration, then he tried to go to Kumārābhivaṃsa Devarams. Kumārābhivaṃsa Devarams is the lowest realms or 6 Devarams. Okay? He think Devas are very powerful, so they may know where the 4 elements cease without remainder. Then when he met Deva from Kumārābhivaṃsa Devarams, then he asked this question. Kathanu ko auso ime jataro mahabuddha aparisesa nirochanti seyatidam patvi dhatu abo dhatu tejo dhatu vayo dhatu di. Oh Devas, where do the 4 elements cease without remainders? Okay? Where the 4 elements, earth element, water element, fire element, and wind element cease without remainder. When he asked these questions to the Deva from Kumārābhivaṃsa Devarams, then what happened? Okay. They answer, Mayambi ko bhikkhu najanama yatime jataro mahabuddha aprisesa nirochanti. We don't know where do the 4 elements cease without remainder. Okay? But the bhikkhu want to know the answer. So he puts those devas to answer this question. Then the commentary explained, you cannot stay without answering my question. So what happened? Okay, then they also want to release from their hand. Then they encourage these bhikkhus. There are 4 great kings in our ranks. They are very powerful and they are more powerful than we are. So you go to those 4 great kings. They may know where the 4 elements cease without remainder. Then the bhikkhu went to the 4 great kings using his psychic power. As you know, the 4 great kings, okay? Virulaka, Urupeka, Jataratha, and Kuvera. They are 4 great kings in Kumārābhivaṃsa Devarams. Then he also asked this question, where do the 4 elements completely cease without remainders? They also answer, we don't know where the 4 elements cease without remainders. Then they also transfer to the Tawarinda Devarams. Okay, there are Tawarinda Devarams. There are many devas in Tawarinda Devarams. They are more powerful than we are. Okay, they are more superior and more higher than we are. That's why they may know your questions. Then the bhikkhu also went to Tawarinda Devarams. Then he meet many devas in Tawarinda Devarams. He asked the same questions to those devas. Then they also answer, we don't know where the 4 great elements completely cease without remainder. But they also answer, there is a again our Devarams, namely Saka, okay, our devotee Sakas. He is more powerful than we are, so he may know your questions to answer. Then the bhikkhu went to the Sakas to ask the same questions. Then Saka also answered. Okay, actually, he want to directly. The Saka is very knowledgeable. That's why. Okay, this question is the domain of the Buddha. Nobody can answer. Buddha only can answer these questions. That's why he thought first he will ask the bhikkhus to go to the Buddha to ask this question. But later he thought again, okay, then if he find this question, then he will not get the answer, correct answer anywhere. Then after searching for a long time, then he will be tired and he will be disappointed. Then he will surely return to the Buddha to ask this question. That's why, okay, he also encouraged. There are, during the Yama, there are many Devas and Yama realms. Those Deva and Yama realms are more powerful than we are. They are more knowledgeable than we are. So you may go to those Devas to ask these questions. Then bhikkhu go to Yama Deva realms. Then ask these questions to the Deva from Yama Deva realms. But they also answer the same questions. We don't know where the four great elements completely cease without remainder. Or there's Suyama Deva. Suyama Deva is the king of Suyamo Nama Deva Poto, Suyama Deva. Suyama Deva is the king of this Devarams, Yama Devarams. Then we can also know the king of the respected Devarams. Okay? Just now, Saka is the king of Tauranga Devarams. And here, Suyama Deva is the king of Yama Devarams. Then the Devas from Yama Devarams sends the bhikkhus to Suyama Deva, the king of their Rams. Then he also asked the same question. Then Suyama Deva also answered the same. I don't know where the four great elements cease without remainder. Then there are higher Deva. What is the name of the Devarams? Tusita Deva. Okay. Then there are many Devas in Tusita Devarams. They are more powerful than we are. They may know your questions to answer. Then the bhikkhu went to Tusita Devarams. Then the bhikkhu also asked the same questions to Devas from Tusita Devarams. Then they also answer the same. They also gave the same answer. Okay. We don't know where the four great elements cease without remainder. Then they also asked, there's a Santosita Deva, the king of our Devarams. Then he may know your questions to answer. Then the bhikkhu went to Santosita Deva, the king of Tusita Devarams. Then he also asked the same question. The king of Tauranga Tusita Deva also answered the same. Okay, I don't know where the four great elements completely cease without remainder. Then he also asked, there are higher Deva. What is the name of Devarams? Nema Narati Deva. Okay, the Deva from Nema Narati Devarams. They are more powerful than we are. They may know your questions. Then the bhikkhu flying to those Devarams using his psychic powers. Then what happened? He also asked the same question. Then the Deva also answered the same. Then another one. The Deva from Nema Narati Deva also encouraged the bhikkhus to go to their camp. Their camp name is Sunnaimita Deva Buddha. Okay, Sunnaimita. Or he also answered the same question. Then Sunnaimita Deva Buddha also encouraged the bhikkhus to go to Pranaimita Vasavati Devarams. Then he also went to this Devarams and asked the same questions to Deva from this Ram. Then they also gave the same answer. They don't know. Then the Deva from this Devaram also asked the bhikkhus to go to their camp. Their camp name is Vasavati Deva Buddha. Okay? The camp of Pranamita Vasavati. Vasavati Deva Buddha. Then he also went to this Devarams. Then Vasavati Deva Buddha also gave the same answer. So nobody knows where the four great elements completely cease without remainder. Here, according to this, okay, the king of Pranamita was Vasavati Devaram is Vasavati Deva Buddha, not Mara. Mara is also from this Devarams, but he is not the king of Pranamita Vasavati Devarams. He is the leader of the robber groups. Okay, this one he is very famous. The whole world. More famous than Vasavati, the king of Devas. Okay. Then every Devas don't know the answers correctly. That's why they also ask the bhikkhus to go to Brahmarams. Oh, then the bhikkhu also use his psychic powers to go to Brahmarams. Okay? Brahmarams. This Brahmaram is the first jhana Brahmarams. The first jhana Brahmarams. How they go? He used the psychic powers to go to the first jhana Brahmarams. Then he meet with many Brahmas in the first jhana Brahmarams. Then he also asked the same question. The Brahma also don't know the answers. Then they also asked the bhikkhus to ask Mahabrahma. Mahabrahma, yeah, it mentions a lot in Pali. Okay, it mentions. Where is the Mahabrahma? Then I will go to Mahabrahmas to ask this question. Then all Brahma from the first jhana Brahmarans, we also don't know where he is living. Okay? Then when he appears, when he wants to appear in front of us, then the light, very bright light appear first. Then Brahma also appear together with very bright light. Or when they are having conversation each other, then very bright light appear in front of them. And what happened? Then Brahma also appear in front of them. Then the bhikkhu also asked the same questions to this Mahabrahma. Then Mahabrahma, what happened? Okay, Mahabrahma answers. Mahabrahma also cannot answer this question. So what he says is, okay, Ahamasmi Bhikkhu Brahma, or I am Brahma. I am Brahma. He only just answered. I am Mahabrahma. Okay, great Brahma. Abhibu, I am Conqueror. Or I conquer the whole Brahma world or the whole world. Or Anabhibuddha, nobody can conquer me in the world. Kenyadatu daso, I can see evidence. I can know evidence in the world. He answers, okay, Vasavati, whatever I want to be in the world, it can be. Etc. I am the law of the world. Okay? Kata, I made this world. Naimata, I created this world. all evidence in the world, all beings in the world. Sayadaw, I am the superior one in the world. Sajita, I manage evidence in the world. Vasi, I am very powerful. Then Pita Buddhasāsana, I am the father of all beings in the world. Then the Brahma answered this one. Okay? Yeah. Then the bhikkhu also, regarding this, I would like to explain something about the religions or view regarding the creators here. Okay? Regarding creator here. Only just briefly. A long time ago, the walls, will be destroyed by the fire or water or the air. So when the wall is destroyed by the fire, then the fire destroys the whole wall, for example, the human ranks or full state, and also Deva ranks, up to the first jhana Brahma ranks. Then most of the beings will be reborn in Abhasra Brahma ranks, the second jhana Brahma ranks. Okay? Then after all become Brahmas in this Abhasra Brahma ranks, then what will happen? After a long time, so when their lifespan and their marriage finished, then they pass away from this Brahma ranks. Then the world also established again. When the world established, then the first jhana Brahma rank also appear. The six Deva ranks also appear, human ranks, and the full state also appear again. And when one Brahma from Abhasra Brahma was passed away because of his karma, then he was born in the first jhana Brahma ranks. Or he is the first jhana, the only one Brahma in this Brahma ranks. Okay? Then he is very powerful. Piti Bheka, he only just enjoy with the Piti. Under like a star, he only just stay in the sky, moving on the sky. In this way. Then he lived in the first jhana Brahma ranks for a long time alone. Because of this, now he has a kind of wish. If other beings come to this Brahma ranks, it will be great. He has a kind of wish. Because of this, okay, other Brahma also, when their lifespan and marriage finish in Abhasra Brahma world, then they also pass away. Then they were born in the first jhana Brahma is the first jhana Brahma. They also saw, the one Brahma in this Brahma ranks who is appearing before them, who was appearing before them. Then he is very powerful than they are. Then he is more beautiful than they are. That's why they also thought this idea just now, okay, he is Brahma, he is great Brahma, he conquer us, we cannot conquer him. Then he can know everything. He creates everything in the world. What happened? Then, because of his creations, we also appear in this Brahma world. They also think like this. Okay, Brahma also, the first jhana Brahma also think like this. Okay, he is a creator. Because of my wish, the many Brahma also appear in this Brahma world, etc. Then the first jhana Brahma, the first one is a creator of all beings in this world. So all Brahma hold this view. He is a creator. He is a creator. He is our father. Something like this. So what happened? This view started beginning from Brahma world. Okay. Then he will never pass away. He is permanent and he is eternal. Then one or some Brahmas from this, the first jhana Brahma run also pass away when their lifespan and marriage exhausted. Okay. Then they became a human being in human ranks. Or they became human beings in a human ranks. Then some of them ordained as a EC or bhikkhus. Then after that, they practice meditation. Then they attain, jhana and a kind of psychic power. Then especially Buddhasāsana, no steady remembrance of the former lives. Then using their Buddhasāsana, no steady vijnana, then they also recall their past lives. Then they saw the Brahma from the first jhana Brahma runs. Then what happened? The first jhana Brahma is still there. Okay, the first jhana Brahma is still there. He is eternal. He is permanent. Okay, he is not subject to change. We only just pass away and reborn as a human being here. So they also have such kinds of view. Okay, he is a creator. All beings are created by this Brahma. Evidence are created by this Brahma. They also hold such kinds of views in the human world. Then they also separate this view to the human world. So this view regarding creator appear in the human world. So they think Brahma is a creator. Some they also say it's God. Okay, this is God, or it's a creator. Everything he created. This is only just brief explanations of the religions or view regarding creators. Okay, so now later they may have different explanations regarding these views, but the creation or the view regarding creators appear in the world since beginning from Dhamma world, or the beginning state of the human world until now. Okay, until now. So now many people believe the views regarding creator in the world. But when the Buddhas appear, it maybe the Buddha explains the everything as they really are, then some they can escape from those views until now. But some they are still holding such kinds of view. Okay? Then what happened? Then after that, okay, the bhikkhu asked, I am not asking you, you are Brahma or great Brahma or creator. I ask, where do four elements completely cease without remainder? Then the Brahma also answered the same. Okay, I am Brahma, I am great Brahma, I am a creator, etc. Then the bhikkhu also asked that for the third times, I am not asking you, you are Brahma or great Brahma or creator. I am asking the cessation of the four elements. Then after the third questions, the Brahma take his arms, then go to another side. Okay, Then he answers, I also don't know your questions, how to answer. That's why I'm saying. But there are many Brahma in this Brahma world. They are knowing I am great Brahma or creator, etc. That's why I dare not to answer this question in front of them. Or Brahma also, okay? Brahma also had a kind of a shame, okay? Then he does not answer this question in front of many Brahma. Then, so now you came from a human world. That's also the Buddha in the world. Why you came here to answer this question? You should ask these questions to the Buddha. The Buddha will surely answer this question to you. Okay? The Buddha can give the correct answers to you. And the Brahma also asked the bhikkhus to go to the Buddha to ask this question. Then, using his psychic powers, then he came back to human world. Okay? Human world. Then he went to the Buddha and asked the same question. Bhante, where do the four elements completely cease without remainder? Then the Buddha also says one thing, okay? Because of this reason. You know, in ancient times, there are many traders, merchants, or they are trading their goods, their properties to the other country through the seas. Okay, they went to the other country through the seas using ship. Okay, this one we call seafaring merchant. Okay, then when they go to the sea journey, they also bring one a kind of bird. This kind of bird is called, a land-sighted bird. A land-sighted bird. They also bring such kinds of, eagle together with them. When they reach very deep oceans, they cannot see any land from the ship. Then they also don't know where to go. At the times, to be able to find the land, then they release the land-sighted bird. Then the bird flew to the east directions. Then if he cannot find any land from this direction, then the bird comes back to the ship again. In the same way, the bird flew to the other directions, for example, south directions, then west directions, and also north directions, and also above and many every directions. Wherever he flew, then the bird cannot find any land. When he finds the land in one direction, for example, east directions or west directions, then he continue to fly and he will never come back to the ship. Okay? When he cannot fly any land from any direction, then the birds come back to the ship again. They seeing this examples, the Buddha also preached that the Buddha also explains to the bhikkhus. Okay, now you also went to many places, even Devarand and Brahmarand, to find your to find the answer of your questions. Okay, where the four great elements completely cease without remainder. Finally, you came to me. Okay, you come back to me. Then he also asked the same question to the Buddha. Okay, then the Buddha, no, his question is corrected. His question is not complete. Okay, that's why the Buddha corrected his question. Then the Buddha corrected his questions. Me, what? Where do the four elements completely cease without remainder? Kata aboja patawi. The Buddha, how the question should have been put. Okay, you should not ask this question in this way. You should ask this question in this way. Or the Buddha teach the bhikkhus to ask the correct questions. Okay, what is the question? Kata aboja patawi tejo vayo nagadati. Oh, where do four elements not exist? Or not exist? You should ask this question in this way. Okay? Where do earth, water, fire, and air not food and find? Or not food and find? You should ask this question in this way. Then the Buddha also added some more questions. Kata dikensa rasencha unknown to learn super. Okay, where are long and short, small and great, fat and full? Then kata namencha rupencha asesan upa rojati, where are name and form wholly destroyed? Or the Buddha addressed some more questions to complete. Then after asking this question, then he himself answer. Okay, he himself answer the question. What is the answer? Or etta vinyana anidasana anandan savato pava. Etta aboja patawi tejo vayo nagatati. Etta digensa rasenja unknown tulan suva. Etta namenja rupenja asesan upa rojati vinyana sanirodena ethetan upa rojati. Or vinyana anidasana. There's a nibbana to be known by special knowledge. Okay? Special knowledge. Anidasana, it is invisible to naked eye. Ananta savatopapa, or Anantan savatopapa. There's a pot around it. Or there's a pot around it. Etta aboja patawi. The etta aboja patawi tejo vayo nagadati. In this nibbana, okay, etta aboja patawi tejo vayo nagadati. Etta namenja rupenja. Okay, there's a no such. There's a no name and form. Or there's a no such thing, long or short, bad or small, good or bad in this nibbana. Or in this nibbana, nama and rupas completely cease. Or because of the cessations of consciousness. Or the Buddha answer in this way. Okay? Or then me. The Buddha referred to Nibbana. According to this suttas, the Buddha described the meaning of Nibbana here. Okay? According to the bhikkhu's questions. Bhikkhu asks, where do the four elements completely cease without remainder? Actually, he asks all four elements, animate and non-animate things, living things and non-living things. Okay? This one, the Buddha characteristics, you should not ask in this way. Again, anupadinaka rupa, non-living things. Then you only just ask the four elements of living things, like this, okay? Because of this, the Buddha corrected his question. Then he also answered, okay, Vijnana, you know Vijnana, Anidasana. Vijnana, the answer is Vijnana. Okay, Vijnana Anidasana. Then I will explain the meaning of Nibbana in accordance with the Devata Sutta or according to these stanzas. Vijnana. Nibbana is Nibbana can be known by special knowledge. What is special knowledge? Magga and flat, path and fruit. Nibbana cannot be known by any kinds of knowledge, only just path knowledge and fruition knowledge. Okay? Anidasana. Sure. Nibbana is invisible by naked eyes. Nibbana cannot be sensed by naked eyes. Okay? Ananda, there's Nibbana is boundless. Boundless means all formations, Nama and Rupa, has boundary. For example, Upada arises, Titi standing, Bhanga perishing, okay, or dissolution. All Sankhara, Hodawa, Patiwendi, okay, Hodawa Abhavatina, okay. All formation before arising, there was nothing. Then after arising also there's nothing. So as soon as they arise, they perish. So they have limit. Okay, arising, standing, and dissolution. They are the nature of Sankhara formation. But in this Nibbana, there's no arising, standing, and dissolution. So Nibbana is boundless or no limit. That's why we call Ananta. Sayadaw means when you want to go to the oceans, you can go to the ocean from any port, or the ship go to the oceans from any port. Then they can reach the ocean. In the same way, when you want to go to the Nibbana, you can go to the Nibbana on any samatha meditation subjects. Okay, there are 38 or 40 kinds of samatha meditation subject. For example, Anapana. Then based on Anapana meditations, you want to go to Nibbana, then you can practice Anapana meditation successfully up to SS concentration state or jhanas concentration state. Or based on this SS concentrations or jhanas concentration, then you can distance four elements meditation. Then analyze Rupa as they really are. Then you can continue to analyze Nama as they really are. Then you can find their causes. Then contemplate them as anicca, dukkha, anatta, and vipassana state. Then when your vipassana knowledge becomes mature, at the end of maturation state of vipassana, then you can realize Nibbana. In this way, you can also reach Nibbana based on Anapana meditation. In the same way, if you wish to go to Nibbana, or beginning from, for example, Asubha meditation, you practice Asubha meditation to reach up to SS concentration state or Jhanas concentration state. In the same way, then you can go step by step up to Nibbana. Then, beginning from Kasina meditation, then Kasina, any Kasina, you can also practice the same way. Beginning from Metta, Karuna, Mudita, you can also practice the same way. Beginning from Buddha Nosati, Marana Nosati, etc. Then you can also go to Nibbana using any meditation subjects. So all meditation subjects are the path to go to Nibbana, is it? Or because of this, the Buddha used Sabba Dopapa. This one also referred to Nibbana. Okay, they are quality of Nibbana. Then in this Nibbana, Ita Abhoja Patawi, Tejo Vayo Nagatati. There are no four elements in this Nibbana. Okay, then four elements do not exist in this Nibbana. The Ita Dikansa Ratins are not only four elements. There are also no Upada Rupa in this Nibbana. Here, Ita Dikansa Ratins, there's a no long or short in this Nibbana. Unknown Tulan Tuva Tuvan, there's a no small or great in this Nibbana. Subha Subha, there's no beautiful or ugly, fair or false in this Nibbana. Or this refer to Upada Rupa, derived materiality. So there are also no Upada Rupa in this Nibbana. So to me, four element in, four great element in, 24 kinds of Upada Rupa. So altogether 28 kinds of Rupa. So there are no Rupa in Nibbana. The Ita Namenta Rupencha Asisampa Rosati. Here again, there are no Nama and Rupa in Nibbana. Nama and Rupa completely cease without remainder in Nibbana. Vinyanasa Nirodhena Eteta Uparojati. When Nama and Rupa completely cease without remainder in Nibbana, then Vinyanasa Nirodhena. Vinyanasa refer to Charimaka Vinyana and Abhisankara Vinyana. Charimaka Vinyana means the death consciousness, Chuti Chaita of Arahanta. Or when they become Arahanta, after passing away of Arahanta, then all Nama and Rupa will completely cease. Will completely cease. Why? They have already destroyed all defilements which can produce Nama and Rupa in the future. That's why, okay, after destroying all defilements, so no karma can produce their result in the future. That means they completely realize Nibbana. So Abhisankara Vinyana can also refer to Abhisankara Vinyana, the Kusala or Agusala. For example, when their Kusala and Akusala karma cease, they practice meditation step by step, then they realize Nibbana as Sotapatti path or fruit knowledge. Then they become Sotapanna. Then Sotapanna also destroys Abhisankara, a kind of Abhisankara Vinyana. Although they still have defilement and although they still have the defilement, their defilements, okay, cannot support the karmas to produce more than 7 lives. only just for 7 future lives. Then Sakadagami also in the same way. Anagami also in the same way. They destroy the defilements. After destroying the defilement, their karma cannot produce many future lives. When Harada past knowledge destroys all defilements, although they still have karma, okay, because of no defilement, this karma will not produce any result in the future. This why Vijnana refer to mainly Charimaka Vijnana. Okay, then also refer to Anupadisesa Nibbana. Anupadisesa Nibbana means okay, you should know the 2 kinds of Nibbana in this state. Nibbana is free from craving. Okay, departure from craving. There's no departure or any defilement in this Nibbana. Then when someone becomes Sotapanna or higher noble persons, before passing away, they can also enter into this Nibbana element, Phalasamappatti. When Phalacita arises constantly, taking Nibbana as object, or they are also entering into Nibbana. They are also experiencing peaceful element object when they are alive. Okay, this is called Saupadisesa Nibbana. Then after passing away of Arahanta, then Nama, Rupa, and all 5 aggregates were completely ceased without remainder. Then they also experienced the Nibbana, or this Nibbana is called Anupadisesa Nibbana. The Nibbana element after passing away of Arahanta without remaining or 5 aggregates. Okay, this Nibbana is called Anupadisesa Nibbana. So the Buddha answer referring to Anupadisesa Nibbana in this sentences. Okay, that means the bhikkhu, although he has psychic power, although he can read others' mind, etc., but he didn't realize Nibbana yet. Because of this reason, then he find the place where the 4 great elements cease without remainder. He does not know where the 4 great elements cease without remainder. Okay? Because of this reason, the Buddha also teach the ways to go to Nibbana. The Buddha also instructed Anusasani Patihariya, the instructions which can practice to realize Nibbana or to reach the end of suffering. And this is the Anusasani Patihariya. Okay. The Buddha also answer. Okay. The Buddha also answer giving this stanzas to this bhikkhu. Then this bhikkhu also, okay, it does not mention he realized Nibbana or not. Probably he has the concentrations and a kinds of powers. That's why after listening to the Buddha's instructions, Anusasani Patihariya, he will probably realize Nibbana. Then after explanations of this stories of the bhikkhu, then Kewata, you know, the householders, the rich person also understood. He also liked the Buddha's the instructions, Anusasani Patihariya. Then he stopped his request to the Buddha. Okay, he in the first when we conclude, okay, and at the first, he requested the Buddhas to appoint one bhikkhu to show supernatural powers to the human being, laypersons. Then all laypersons in the Nalanda country will have more faith in the Buddha and the Buddha's dispensation. Then our Buddhasāsana will be, development, or more and more will have faith in the Buddhasāsana like this. Because of his request, the Buddha gave this suttas together with the story of the bhikkhus. Okay? Then after explanations of the Buddha, then he accepted the Buddha's ideas. Okay? The Buddha prefer only just Anusasnipatihariya, the instructions of the Buddha's teachings. The Buddha does not prefer the Adipatihariya, the miracles of the psychic power, Adhisnapadihariya, the miracles of mind readings. Then he also liked the Buddha's answer, and okay, then he stopped requesting from the Buddha. Okay, by knowing 3 miracles, then maybe able to follow the Buddha's instruction, Anusasnipatihariya, may be able to practice according to the Buddha's teachings until you realize Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu.
Sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw. Can we go over some questions from last time first and then open to the floor for the question today?
Okay.
Yeah, Vanami Sayadaw, according to this question, he asked according to this Chiang Wai Jing Pali, I don't know, is Beyond the Wall Sutta and Atthakatha. There is one story. There is a king who has his relative pass away and be reborn as a beta. And the king have done offerings to the Sangha on behalf of the beta relatives so that they can be reborn in the Sukati, Deva, human or Deva realm. So his question is, let's say if someone don't have the financial power as like the king, he's just a lay person, how much requisite to offer to the Sangha so that the merits can support the beta who are in the relative, in the beta realms to be reborn in the Sukati.
And it depends on your abilities, your saddha. Okay, you can offer any requests to the Bhikkhu Sanghas. For example, the betas are thirsty in these beta realms. And when you offer the waters to Bhikkhu Sangha or any beings, etc., then you can also share your merits to those betas. Then they can have the enough water, etc. Is it? When they offer the foods to Bhikkhu Sangha because of this offerings, then when they receive your sharing merits, then they can escape from the hunger, etc. Then when they offer a kuti or robe, etc., then they will have they will have houses or mansions to stay. That will appear, and then very good clothes will appear, etc. So it depends on your ability. There's no limit or donation. Faith is very important. And also the receiver, if the receiver are very powerful, for example, they have pure morality, they have concentration and wisdom, etc., then such kinds of offerings will be more beneficial. They can also receive the benefits of those donations. Your faith and the receiver, quality of receiver are important. The amount of donations are not important. Depends on your abilities.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
for Bodhisattva, for those who has abhiññāna, can they understand, can they read other beings' mind?
Yeah, sure. Bodhisattva also, or any beings, if they practice meditations to attain up to pracitta vijnana, reading others' mind, they will be able to read others' mind. They will be able to read others' mind. If you practice meditations to attain pracitta vijnana, you can also read others' mind. Okay, not only bodhisattva, every person. Okay.
Yes, Sayadaw. Thank you.
Vandami Sayadaw, about the time and the space. Can a person who has abhiññā control time and control space, or control the dimension of the space?
This one, for example, now, when they have a kind of supernatural powers, they want to touch the sun or moon, how they create. Okay, they enter into a kind of fourth jhana as the basis concentration, basis for concentrations for awareness. And after that, they prepare me. They make a kind of determinations. Okay, may this hands nearest to me. Okay, then because of his determination, then they become near. Only to him, not to others, no, or not to others. The other, because of his power, then according to his determination, it become nearest to him. Then he can touch those sun or moon, etc., with his power. After that, he enter into the foundation jhanas again, and he make determinations again. Then as soon as his determination is successful, then he can touch the sun closely. He can set the moon closely. Then another way is he determined his hands to be long to touch the sun or the moon with his hand. Is it? Or when his determination is successful, then he can do so. Or in the same way, the other also can be bigger or smaller, can make his with his sacred power. His sacred power. Venerable Moggallana, during the time of the Buddha, when they encounter famine in the Viranja country, that time he requested from the Buddhas to go to the Uttara Guru means North Island, to go to this Uttara Guru for ants food. Then they need to cross the oceans. Then how he will make? Then he will make like small strings to go to the other islands by persons, crossings. Okay, with his sacred powers, or can do so. Time is okay. Then nature is nature. Nature is nature. They cannot create the nature. Nature is nature. Some nature is nature. Okay. The times, for example, there are also one stories. For example, Venerable Upagoda, then he stopped the sands not to pass the noon times. Is it? This is only just story. We don't find this story in the real Tipitaka. Only just maybe a story from outside.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Vandami Sayadaw, someone who has this paricitta vijnana abhiññāna, can he know what other people think, or he just know the mind of other people only?
What?
What other people think, exactly what he think, or he just know what type of mind of that people only? Whatever
they are thinking, they can read according to their psychic powers. Okay, if their power reading others' mind, pracitta vijnana is powerful. They can read others' mind, whatever they are thinking. Depends on power. The Visuddhimagga's commentary mentions at the beginning, they need to read others' mind by seeing their blood color. Okay, blood color. Let's talk. I already explained. Okay, their blood color is red, will be somnasa, pleasant feeling. Their blood color is black, or there will be dominasa, unpleasant feeling, etc. Or based on this, they can read others' mind, whether they have lobha or dosa, etc. Kusala or akusala, etc. But when they become skillful in this reading others' mind, then they can directly read whatever mind they are.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
神通会不会带给人类危险或被人误用？Abhinya, would they bring danger to human race or human being? Would they be misused? Abhinya, would it bring danger to human beings, or would Abhinya be misused? Wrongly used Abhinya. Would they bring danger to human being?
No, it will not bring the dangers to human being using the Abhinya. For example, like Venerable Devadatta, he wants to compete with the Buddha. That's why he creates like a young prince. The against a snake. Okay, persuades Ajatasattu to dance. Then, as soon as he has evil desires to fight with the Buddha, then his psychic powers automatically disappear. It will never be used again. Okay, so if they have Buddhajana may have a kind of evil desires, to using the psychic powers to harm others beings. But as soon as they have this mind, then their psychic power disappear. No person don't have such kinds of evil desires to harm other people. Okay, if they are using the others harmful using their psychic power, then there may be magical power, like the Gandhari Nama Oja. Gandhari like the psychic power here, but a kind of magical power, not real psychic power.
Okay.
Yeah, that means in Nibbana, is there any pachayo like Hetu pachayo, Aramana pachayo in Nibbana? He think in Nibbana there won't be any this pachayo.
There won't be any pachayo. Have Aramana pachayo. The Nibbana is the object of, the object of Magga and Phala, like this. So Aramana pachayo. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. Okay, so the second question is Nibbana bind by any law? If not, that means really liberate, parenthesis free.
It's Nibbana bind by any law. Bind. What is bind?
Is follow, confine, control.
That means in Nibbana need to follow any law or not for those who are in the Nibbana.
If not, this may really liberate. Maybe this will really liberate me. Nibbana is really free from suffering or not, something like this, like you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, though I think what it means, for example, in the Sankhara world, we have to follow by the Pachaya. But in Nibbana, is there anything need to follow or not?
Okay, this one. Then when you realize Nibbana, you think you have a kinds of ideas regarding the heaven, ground, or something like this. Actually, Nibbana is not a kind of run. Only just the suffering completely cease without remainder. Then as long as you are holding those nama rupa are happiness, not suffering. You don't see the suffering or nama rupa as they really are. Then you still have cravings. You still have attachment to those nama rupa. That's why you are thinking about Nibbana with the craving. That's why Nibbana is a kind of heaven runs, something like this. Not like this. Not like this. That's why when you reach Nibbana, when you realize Nibbana, after the cessation of the final percent way of Arahanta, okay, then no more nama rupas. If no more nama rupa, what you want to do anything? You want to do anything in Nibbana. You want to actually many people, according to many view in the world, there's a kind of heaven, a kind of heaven. Okay, when they believe that God, then they can, that God will save them, then they will reach a kind of heaven, happy world, like this, happy world. Actually, this is only just the idea, no happy world. Happy world is only just Devaran or Brahmaran. Himmaran is mixing with happy and unhappy things. Okay, if you wish to meet all the sensuous objects, luxurious objects only, then you can go to Deva world. Sure, Deva world. Then even you will forget everything when you enjoy with the sensual pleasure and Devaran. Okay, that's why they hold this view. Actually, their destination is only just Devarams. But Devaran is lifespan is very long. The happiness are very high. That's why they think this is the final destination. Actually, not final destination. After a long time, when their lifespan finished, when their marriage finished, then they will also pass away. According to their karma, they will be reborn in other realms. Okay?
Okay,
so,
thank you. Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. Next question. Venerable Sayadaw, I pay homage to Sayadaw. I wish to ask, if one aspires to be a Panadika Sama Sambuddha Buddha in the future world, besides one's striving to practice up to Sankarupana stage or QnA stage, does his fulfillment of paramis and meditation practice should be different from other people who do not aspire for Sabbanutthana, that one need to fulfill the 30 parami, ordinary, apaparami, and parata parami before getting definite prophecy or only. I think it's unfinished, right?
Of paramita and meditation practice.
Yeah. I think the
Pinyadika Sambuddha, okay, besides one striving practice up to Sankarupana stage. Okay, that is fulfillment of paramita and meditation practice should be different from other people who do not aspire for Savinyutta Jnana. That's one need to fulfill the 3 paramis. Ordinaries, Rupa Parami and Brahmata Parami, before getting definite prophecy or only. Okay, then he or she wants to become Sammasambuddha, Pinyadika Sammasambuddha, is it? Then he need to fulfill the 10 paramis or 30 paramis for 4 centuries and 100,000 4 cycles. Then from time to time, especially when they meet the Buddha's dispensation, then they also practice meditations up to Sankalpa stage. Because of their wish to become a Buddha, then they cannot realize Nibbana in those life. Okay, they can only reach up to Sankalpa stage. They can only reach up to Sankalpa stage. Then the other beings, okay, if they have no wish for Buddha or any wishes for any beings in the future, then they also practice the same procedure, the same meditation, step by step. Then they reach up to Sankalpa state. Then when their parami or their Vipassana knowledge is enough mature, then they can realize Nibbana in this life. But Bodhisattva, Buddha to be. Then, although they reach up to Sankalpa state, because of their wish for future Buddha, then they cannot realize Nibbana. The fulfillment of the 10 parami are similar me, dana, sila, nakama, etc. They also should fulfill. The quality will be different, times will be different.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
My name is Sayadaw. I'll make it short, this question regarding the explanations of the Creator given by Bande just now. Does that mean in the olden day in India, there are many philosophers who are the Brahmins in India? From them, there are Vedas. They are teaching in the Vedas, saying that teaching in the Veda. These are older Brahmin. There are certain philosophers who are not only dwell in philosophy, they also meditate, and maybe some of them have abhinya. They can know something about life, but it is not complete, and some of them may have wrong understanding on what they have understand about life. Just like the bhikkhu in this Kevata Sutta. So only after the appearance of the Buddha, then only the explanations of life is more complete. Is that true? Is this understand okay?
Okay. Yeah, answer is very short. Okay. The views regarding creators appear. Also the saints. Then when this Brahma passed away from Brahma world, then they became human beings. Some of them they ordained as EC or bhikkhus. Then they went to the forest, the practice meditation diligently. Because of their diligent practice, then they are successful up to abhiññāna. That's when they can remember their former lives. For example, when they were in Brahma world, they also saw this Brahma, the first jhana Brahma, okay, the king of Brahma. He is still existing there, although they passed away from Brahma world. Like this. So the Brahma is eternal, not subject to change. Then we only just pass away, we are not eternal, subject to change, etc. Because they are very powerful with their concentration, that's when they also preach their ideas to many people. Then this view spread in the world. So they also believe creator is Brahma is creator. But some they says a kind of God, etc. Only just name is different. They come from this. But there are also another such kinds of similar view. This one is regarding Deva war. Regarding Deva war. Some Devas, their enjoyment of sensual pleasures are very high, very superior. Okay, when they enjoy with the sensual pleasure, for example, they go to the Nandawana gardens to enjoy the sensual pleasure of Deva. Then when they are there, then they forget evidence. Some Deva, they forget evidence. Okay, they only just enjoy with the sensual pleasure. Then they are also surviving depending on their Deva food. Okay, Sudha, Deva Sudha. Then because of this enjoyment of sensual pleasure, what happened? They pass the eating times. When they pass the eating times, their rupa is very subtle. They cannot survive. Then they immediately pass away. Or there are also such kinds of Deva and Deva realms. Okay, when they pass away, then because of their good karma, sure, they can be reborn in human realms. They become human beings. Then some of them, they also ordain as EC or Bhikkhu, then they practice meditation diligently. Then they are also successful in Abhinyana. Then they can reach former lives. Or they also saw their former lives, Deva Rams only. And Deva Rams, there are still many Devas who are still alive. But we pass away from Deva Rams. Or they also hold this view, they cannot continue to reach further past lives. They only just read. They can only read. They can only remember those life only. Their power is like this. Okay, that's why he thought he hold the view, or Deva who are not enjoying sensual pleasure too much, or although they enjoy according to the limit, they will not pass the eating time, or they are still alive there. We enjoy sensual pleasure and we pass the eating time. That's why we pass away from Deva realms. So they are eternal. They are not subject to change. We are impermanent. We are subject to change. They hold this kind of view. Then, because they are very powerful in human realm, they also separate this views to other beings. Then this view also, become famous in the world. Like because of this, okay, they think there are a lot of sensual pleasure in heaven realm. Heaven realm is only just Deva, and they think this is their destination. So many people also hold this view. Another one is Deva, the same, especially in Chatu Marajika Deva realms. There are also Deva because of their past karma, according to nature of Deva realms, they have a lot of sensual pleasure, sensual enjoyment. Then they have a lot of followers and go to a kinds of entertainment. For example, go to the gardens, like Nandawana gardens, to enjoy, using their vehicles, etc. Then there are also the other Deva are also going to those gardens together with their followers. On the way, they meet each other. Then at the times, okay, when someone is enjoying with their pleasure together with their follower, then the other Deva feel jealous. Oh, you don't see such kinds of the sensual pleasure. Why you are doing so? Something like this. He get angry. Okay? When he get angry, the other Deva does not get angry, no problem. But if he also get angry back to the Deva, why this? I am enjoying with my sensual pleasure. Why you are jealous? Something like this. Then they get angry each other, and then the anger burn their body. Their body is very subtle. Kamacharupa are very subtle. Then they pass away. Those Deva pass away. Then the same way, because of previous karma, they can be reborn in human realms. Then when they become human realm, they ordain as EC or Bhikkhu. Then they practice meditation diligently. Some of them can attain Bhuvanivasa Nusati Abhinyana. Or with this knowledge, they also remember their past lives. They cannot remember more than this. Then when they saw, oh, we pass away because of our anger, we are fighting each other. Those the Deva who are not fighting each other, they are still existing there. They are permanent, they are eternal, they are not subject to change. The other are subject to change, something like this. Or they also have such kinds of view. Then they also preach this view to the other being, or they hold this idea. So this the religions of view regarding Creator appear in the world until now existent. Because of this reason, when they say, okay, you go to this Tewaran is permanent, eternal, it will never disappear again. This is their final destination, heaven realms, heavenly realms. Then another view is they only just thought. They are philosopher. They have a kinds of idea. They are thinking here and there should be there. For example, nama, we call Vijnana or soul is eternal. And Rupa, subject to change. Again, disappear. For example, become older and older, finally disappear. But nama, mind cannot be changed. Then it will never disappear. It will move from place to place. Or they also hold such kinds of views. Some are eternal, some are not eternal. Or such kinds of views appear. Then they also separate their ideas to the other. So there are many different ideas or views or religions in the world.
Sayadaw, brief explanation means if a Sayadaw wants to learn and follow Bhikkhu Patimokkha, but not the Sayadaw Sila, is it akusala or not?
No problem if they can do so, but don't. I can also maintain the Patimokkha Sila like Bhikkhu. Don't have such kinds of pride, mana. Then it will be akusala. Only just follow it according to their ability. No problem.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw. Next question. Dear Sayadaw, after he is already a real bodhisattva, what is the right and skillful way in this life to fulfill the 8 conditions to get a definite prophecy in the future? What are the most important factors to fulfill in this life?
For 10 parameters, okay, you can fulfill the 10 parameters. The 8 factor, if you have these 10 conditions to get the definite prophecy, it will be great. But if not complete these 8 conditions in this life, then you only just fulfill 10 parameters with the intentions to be a Buddha or to get the definite prophecies. No problem.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Sayadaw, just now this Anusasanika Patihariya, does that only limit to the Buddha only? Does Savaka have this wisdom to do the Anusasanika Patihariya or not?
The Buddhas appear in the world to show the ways to escape from suffering or to realize Nibbana. After appearance of the Buddha teach many instructions. The Buddha gave many instructions. So his Bhikkhu Sangha, his disciple Bhikkhu Sangha also maintain his teaching and practically teach in this way they can maintain. But the first persons who can teach the ways to realize Nibbana in one Buddha's dispensation is the Buddha only, not the other persons. That's why they fulfill the parameters to become a Buddha. When they become a Buddha, then they teach the Anusasanika Patihariya. Okay, his disciple carry or maintain those teachings not to disappear for a long time.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. The last question. Dear Sayadaw, if I wish to be a Samanthayānika meditator, but already for 6 years in PATVH as a Sayadaw, cannot concentrate on the breath object for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Which other Samatha meditation subject is most advisable by Sayadaw to change to?
The conditions are very important. Okay, this one, the parami is very important, this one. Then if you have already practiced meditation up to jhana's concentration state in this life or near past life, because of this practice, when you practice meditation in this life, then it will be easier to be successful in concentration, jhana's concentration. Is it? And also the other are the same. That's why the fulfillment of imparamis are very important with this one. Okay? Then, although you practice kinds of samatha meditations for a long time, you are not successful. Then it will not be useless. It will also support next practice to be successful. For example, one times in this life can be successful even up to realization of nibbana. If cannot be successful in meditation in this life, then it will cause to be successful in meditation in next life or to meet with the future Buddha. During the future Buddha times, you will be able to realize nibbana easily, because you have already fulfilled the practice of meditations for a long time, etc. Then if you are not successful with one meditation subject, then no problem. There are many meditation subjects you can practice. For example, now here are also some meditator, because they usually they are not happy or they have a kinds of problem. Because of this, they are not successful in meditation. Then sometimes they worry, they cannot practice vipassana meditation, etc. Then sometimes can also reflect on, for example, anicca senya, dukkha senya, etc. Anicca senya, the possession or impermanence. Dukkha senya, possession or suffering, etc. When they feel a kind of suffering in their body or their mind, then they can reflect, this is suffering. Although I don't want to meet those such kinds of suffering I am experiencing, I am meeting. Or in this way, reflect this. Then when they realize this, then they will have disenchanted knowledge in the samsara. Another one, anicca senya. For example, 100 years ago, there were many people in the world. But nowadays, no people are still alive. They pass away. Okay? So now there are many people in the world, around the world. Then after 100 years, then they will pass away. They will no beings will remain in the future after 100 years. Also, they are anicca. Or when you reflect on this, you will also have a kind of anicca reflection, a kind of vipassana knowledge, not real vipassana knowledge, but it can also cause to have disenchanted knowledge. Or such kinds of reflection also can consider, the ways to escape from suffering. Also to support the meditation to be successful. I also encourage in this way to those who are not successful meditation in our meditation center, although they are practicing for a long time. And there are many chances, many opportunities.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Thank you for the encouragement. I think we are 13 minutes over time. So may Sayadaw, thanks again for Sayadaw's teaching for all those wonderful 4 parts. And may Sayadaw lead us in making aspiration and sharing their merits, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Repeat after me to share your merits to all beings, okay? Idame punya.
Idame punya.
Asawakaya
Asavakaya
Wahan Hotu
Vahan Hodu
Idame Punya
Idame Punyang
Nibbanasa
Nibbanasa
Pichayo Hotu
Pachayo Hodu
Mama Punya Bhagan
Mama Punyang Bhagam
Abhasadana
Sabhasadana
Bhajemi
Bhajemi
Esabe
Te Sabe
Me Sama
Me Samang
Punya Bhagan
Punyang Bhagam
Labandu
Labandu
Sadhu
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 Sadhu Sadhu